Happy Wednesday. God bless you. I hope you're having a really good day. Remember to pray for me. It's Wednesday, always pray day. So, we saw in chapter 21 that Isaac was born. Later on, which we haven't talked about at all, was that God allowed Abraham to cast out Ishmael, his oldest son, and his concubine wife, Hagar. A few years have now passed, maybe as much as 15. And the Lord comes to Abraham, and he says to him in chapter 21, beginning in verse 1, he says to him, I want you to take your son, your only son, the son that you love, and I want you to take him to the place that I'll show you, and offer him as a burnt offering there. Well, Abraham, he believed God, and he did exactly what God called him to do. He split some wood. He saddled his donkey, brought along some fire, brought along a couple of servants to help, and the four of them headed off. On the third day of the journey, Abraham lifted up his eyes, and he could see a mountain in the distance, and the Lord revealed to him and says, "That's the place I want you to go to." So he told the servants, he said, "You wait here. The lad and I are going to go over there, and we're going to worship God, and then we will return back to you." And so they headed on from there. And I want you to know that if you're not where God wants you to be and you're not doing what God wants you to be, you're going to miss a huge blessing in your life. God wants to pour out a blessing upon you, and he wants you to have a legacy of being able to tell other people the mighty things that God has done in your own personal life. Almost everybody out there knows what God has done, but very few of us know what God is doing in our day-to-day life. A lot of preachers do not know what God is doing. I pray that God will be real in your life and that you'll know what he's doing. I pray that you'll worship God in spirit and in truth, and even as Abraham believed God to the point that he took his son to offer him as a burnt offering with a proclamation that no matter what happens here, the lad and I will return. I pray that God's rich blessings will be upon you on this Wednesday, and that you will worship the Lord today in spirit and in truth, and pray for me with great joy and conviction. Bye-bye. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow with more of the story. It's going to get exciting.